Hey you guys, it's Into the Stars, and I believe that our pentagram is complete. Now, for the majority of these red lines, you need to look at my previous video on how we established those lines. The only line in question was this red line here, to complete the pentagram. Now, I'm going to show you how I arrived at this line. First, you're going to see other lines in this video, and we have some shocking information. We were able to get the 322 degree line by lining up the Guidestones at the Georgia Guidestones. But what I didn't do is line up the stones going in the other direction. And what I found was simply unbelievable. Let's take a look so you can see for yourself. These are the Georgia Guidestones. And the red line that you see is the line that actually connects the stones going in the 322 degree direction. We covered that on the previous video, so I'm not going to go over it again. But then we had lines or stones going in another direction. And this is what I found. These lines line up at exactly 33 degrees. So if anyone had any questions about the authenticity of the information that we're uncovering at this point, this should put all questions to rest. 322 degrees in one direction and 33 degrees in the other direction. Two very important symbolic numbers used by the Illuminati. Okay, on to the next thing. We're going to zoom out now that you've got your bearings. We're going to take a look at these other lines. So I extended the 33 degree line all the way around the globe. And honestly, I could not find any points of interest other than the fact that they're calling out the 33 degrees. Okay, I ran this all the way around the planet. Now, you're probably wondering what this pink line is. This pink line, I took the apex of the Great Pyramid in Egypt and I ran it at 322 degrees all the way around the planet, or halfway around the planet. And this is where it pointed to. That pin is Roswell, New Mexico. Now I'm still trying to get the exact coordinates of Roswell and the UFO crash, and I believe it is a little closer to this line than the pin mark shows. The pin mark is the city of Roswell. So I don't know if the UFO crash happened to the east of Roswell, the city, or not. And hopefully some of the subscribers here can help out with that. Now, we've identified all but the yellow line in this picture. I'm going to tell you how I got the yellow line. This point here is the Denver International Airport. When you draw a line 111 degrees, it intersects the 322 line of the Guidestones at this point here. So all I did with this line that's coming out from the bottom is I used this point, and this line ended up being exactly 90 degrees on the compass. It goes near Roswell. It actually also goes near all of these points here. Waco, Texas, JFK assassination, Fort Hood shooting. We're talking within 60 miles, 50 to 60 miles of these points. Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Frederick, 1979, the BP oil spill. Okay, but this is the destination. San Onofre power plant. And as you can see, Hoover Dam really doesn't intersect with any of these lines. So I'm having trouble with some of the predictions that have come out to this point about Hoover Dam. For San Onofre, we're looking at, let's take a look at the measurement here, about 20 miles, 17 to 20 miles from this line. Remember, that was a 90-degree angle from the 111 degrees that we found from the Denver International Airport. So, this may be the last line of the pentagram. I don't know, unless there's other information that we come up with. But this is what we have, you guys. It almost appears as though the apex is here in Washington, D.C. Where these two lines intersect, the two red lines, that is Washington, D.C. And remember, this line is the line formed from the Capitol building to the National Monument. The giant obelisk forms a perfect line across, which is the top bar of the pentagram. So hopefully that's not too confusing, you guys, but I think we've identified some pretty significant ley lines here that will help us in our search for truth. And I appreciate all feedback that I get. Take care and be safe, you guys.